guys, what is going on? It is Dunbar Snack Bar here with MLB 2K12 My Player Mode with Chris Rose. Wow. First pitch and out. Alright. That helps me limit my pitch count. Not too bad at all. Alright, so this could very well be the last game here for Chris Rose in the minor leagues. You guys know that I'm very, very close. I've got one more goal that I have to go ahead and achieve, and that's to go ahead and get 2 pitches at 65 or above. So I just got to work on the 12-6 curve. I'm going to try and see if I can spend enough control here to be able to move that up. So I don't know. I think we'll have an indication here at the end of the game as to whether or not we'll be seeing Chris Rose with Akron one more time, or if we're going to go ahead and see him in a Cleveland Indians uniform. I think that'd actually be kind of cool, because then with everything that I'm playing, I'll be out of the minor leagues. Well, I guess Teddy Crocker's playing high school, but that's really the only minor league type of thing that I have. But I don't know. It's just in the minors. There are some things that are missing, which I don't like, you know, especially from a pitching standpoint, because everybody that I go up against, their strike zone is completely in the gray. There is no hot areas, cold areas. You know what I mean? Like whenever you see the red and blue, and I'm sure if you go back, you watch some franchise games here, you'll be able to know what I'm talking about here when you see me pitching and going up against somebody. So I'm worried, though. I'm terrified, I guess is the better word, that with the pitches that I have, I'm not going to be doing too great. I mean, I am 7-3 here in the minor leagues, but then again, I'm going up against people whose overall is like 50, 60, maybe even 70 every once in a while. But you get up to the majors here, 70s on the extreme low end here. You got 70s, 80s, and 90s. So it'll be a big shift. I'm going to have to work through it. There's going to be some tough times, I feel like, and sometimes I'm going to get absolutely crushed. Because especially when I got pitches this low here, I'll have 2 in the 65 here and another one in the 50s. Then, and one hit, and it's going to go ahead and demolish that overall. And I think the computer's just going to have a field day with me. All right. So second inning now for us here. First inning went through really quick. I was surprised about that. Hopefully we'll be able to see that, because, I don't know, I'd like to make this one of the better games that I've had if this is going to end up being my last one. Of course, I got to go ahead and say that right as the computer gets a hit that goes into right field. So what was that off of? Oh, the two-seamer. All right, so that brings it down even more. But that's okay. Great dive. We're looking at a 6-4-3 double play. Hey, I'll take that. I get some skill points for that here as well. Whenever there's a double play, apparently I help contribute to it somehow. So, I don't know. Anyway, fastball inside here for strike number 1. We're in the third inning. So, taking a look at things right now, 1 hit in 3 innings is definitely good here for Chris Rose and anybody who's playing in the minor leagues. I haven't had a strikeout yet, which has been, I don't know, a little disappointing. I'd like to get a strikeout here, just to be able to, because I'm in the 80s right now, and I wanted to see what happens or how many skill points I get once I reach 100 career strikeouts. Don't know where I'm going there, but we get the out, so it's okay. Didn't strike out the side. I hate when I get that goal, because it is very rare that you'll be able to strike out the side anyway with some of the best pitchers that are out there, and especially with somebody here like Chris Rose, who is not the best pitcher you're going to find in baseball right now. Makes it even tougher. All right, so continuing on. Swinging on the curve. It tends to be a little tough with some people. The curve, it's kind of like 50-50 with who you're going up against. Some people can still hit it really well. Others have such a hard time. But, yes. All right, so you guys, this is going to be going up, I think, on Thursday, maybe, or it'll go up Friday. If it is Friday that it goes up here, I've had my interview for it today. So there's a lot of things even after the interview that's huge. So I'd appreciate any support you guys can give me. I know I said this on Twitter and Facebook, but if you guys are religious, if you could say it, send one up for me here, just a little prayer saying that I'll do all right. I'd appreciate that. If you're not religious, I totally understand that too. I mean, go ahead and just wish me the best of luck. And One of my friends, Ty, said, why not do both if you're, I guess, religious too. But anyway, anything that I could get from you guys would help, because you guys know from the last Chris Rose video, I think was when it was that I kind of announced what was going on here and just how stressful it's been the last few days. I probably should be working on some things right now to get ready for it, but I thought, hey, take a break and do some videos here, because the interview questions for this type of position are going to be a lot different. It's not necessarily like, tell us about yourself. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? No, nothing like that at all. I mean, it's got to be like a very lengthy type of answer that's in a certain format. And if it's not, I get docked, and I don't necessarily want that to happen at all. But I'm nervous, I'm stressed, and I'm trying to go ahead and bear through it and continue to be myself here in everything that I do, including these videos. But I know you guys kind of like being in the know on what's going on with my life too, which is something that I wasn't expecting here when I started doing videos, that people would care about what's going on with my life, and that I could sit here and do videos and talk about what's happening with me and you guys wanting to know. But hey, I'm all about it. So for those of you who could do that for me, I would appreciate it. You know, whatever it may be, lucky rabbit's foot, I don't care. Every little bit I think is going to help. But there's my first strikeout of the game here in the 5th inning. It's about time that we went ahead and got one. I've still been able to keep my pitch count pretty low. The computer's been swinging a lot more at pitches here. I haven't walked anybody, haven't given up too many hits. I think I've only given up 1 thus far. Not too bad for Chris Rose in what could be his final game. But I'm thinking that it is. I don't think I'll have to necessarily spend too much to go ahead and advance here into the major leagues and get that 12-6 curve to 65. It'll be nice, though, if this is it. Oh! I'm calling strike 3 right there. That's that one was pretty questionable, I'm not going to lie. Even though it goes in my favor, it's kind of crazy. So this game, Chris Rose has had an opportunity here to be able to make some plays here at bat. I just go ahead and lay down the bunt. Now, there was one other at bat that I had earlier where I too laid down the bunt. We are up 5-0 now. That was a pretty great inning for us here. We were able to pick up some runs. So this puts some pressure here off of me. It's going to be very tough for me to give up 5 runs here and have the computer continue to keep me in here. So this feels a little bit different here with the Mets. I'm usually down 5-0 at this point. This time I'm up. But there's another hit from the computer. This time it goes in the left field, so they decide to go the other way from their hit earlier. I didn't pass the goal, obviously, of striking out the batter, but hey, we're going to be okay. No outs here at this point. I'm going to go ahead and try and aim low here. See if I can go ahead and force the ground ball. But I've also got to throw a little bit high, which is what I'm doing right now, just so I can bring the 12-6 curveball down. So sometimes you'll see me start something a little bit higher. Heck, I might even go ahead and throw a high fastball at this point, but just so we can kind of mix things up. Gosh, watches that one go too. So another strikeout here for us. Now, I'm hoping we can get the ground ball. It would be kind of nice to get that double play, because I get some more skill points for that as well. So at the end of the day, when I tally up the skill points, I want that. Ooh, 1. Ah, dang it, we didn't get that one. Computer just took way too long on that one at second. I was surprised. Get a big lead. Get the pick off. So it's all right I didn't get the double play. I got the pick off. I'll take it. I think I got more out of that than I would have anyway from the double play. So I'm all right with it. All right, 7th inning. We do get another run, 6-0 here for us. So we're not doing too shabby here at all at this game. It's nice being able to have the bats going here in this game, just helping back me up. Now I'm wondering too, if I do make it to the majors, what position in the starting rotation I end up having. I mean, I don't even know if there really is anything, because if they put me in the #1 spot just right from the outset, which is not the most intuitive thing to do, and I'd actually be kind of scratching my head if that's what ended up happening, if I was in a position here to be the ace just right out of AA for the Indians. But if I do, I'm wondering what happens if they move everybody down or if I go ahead and replace our ace. I don't know. I guess time's going to have to let us know, and we'll see how it goes. But anyway, also, too, Friday, got an appointment with the baby doctor. So hear the heartbeat. My wife is going to try to see if we can find out what the gender of the baby is, because she says that even at this point, you can see what it is. Usually you have to wait 1 more month, though, for them to do the ultrasound, for them to tell you what you're having. So we're going to try. I'm not going to go ahead and give my hopes up quite yet to be able to find out what the baby is. That'll be cool. And it'll be helpful, too, because there's some things I have to do to get ready for the baby. Like I have to go ahead and paint the baby's room, and depending on the gender of the baby, of course, is going to determine what color the room is going to be. So don't worry, guys. I'm not going to be painting pink or anything like that. If it's a girl, I think we decided on yellow for the room, which I'm all right with. I can do yellow, but I don't know. I just want the baby to be healthy. That's really all I care about. I just hope one day I have a son. So, I mean, if this ends up being a girl, we're going to be having other kids. So I'm not going to be freaking out or anything like that, but I'd like to have a son. You know, play baseball with him, and, you know, even if I have all daughters, I'll make sure they learn softball. Oh, I'm going to be dad. Sometimes it strikes me like that, where I just realize I'm going to be dad. And it's still really, really weird because I feel so young still. But anyway, strikeout here to end the 8th inning here. We're headed into the 9th inning. Still no runs, so could we be getting a complete game shutout at this point? Chris Rose is kind of tired. Computer hitting that one on the ground, throwing it over. Wow. I was headed over to first base, but didn't go there. I was so lucky to get the out right there. That was all luck. But, jeez. And I think that we did start out here with Chris Rose. He started out with a complete game shutout for his first game. If it's this is his last game and he ends up with a complete game shutout, that's going to actually be pretty cool. Computer swinging and missing here on the 12-6 curve. My accuracy of my pitches, gosh, that went out the window here last inning. So I got to be a little bit careful about where we throw, what we do. But that one's going to go deep into center field for out number 2. So we've got one more out here in the game, and I could be getting a complete game shutout. So Chris Rose making the pitch, Computer swinging, and it goes foul. 0-1 count now. So I'm going to go try and throw something here a little bit higher, see if we can get it to go for a strike. That's a ball, which surprises me. The computer and the umpire is very inconsistent of what they call as balls and strikes, which is kind of nice, but at the same time makes me want to argue. Ball 2. Dang it. Let's just finish this guy off. I want to get strikes. 2-1 count here now. We're going to try something lower. We're going to go with the fastball here, down and outside. Computer's going to swing at it. Second baseman getting it. Throwing over to first, and we get the out. So I do get the complete game shutout. Look at that, 100 points. 200 points just for the complete game shutout. I get the win for 50. It makes me 8-3. Standard, no runs, no hits. Induce a ground ball out, accomplish that goal. I didn't get player of the game. That's pretty lame. I get a complete game shutout, and I don't get player of the game. I don't know, maybe the computer was waiting to show it to me, but this had to go ahead and pop up. I've seen that happen a couple times here, but anyway, 1,380 skill points. Yes, the next game you are going to be seeing with Chris Rose, he is going to be in his Cleveland Indian uniform. How cool is that? I'm excited. I hope you guys are too. So join us here in the next couple days here for some more Chris Rose. Like I said, you guys see him in an Indians uniform. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to subscribe, you guys, if you haven't already. You guys also know you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, all that good stuff. But again, thank you so much. And as always, I hope you guys have a good one.